Okay, so who asked? Seriously, who asked for this movie to be made? Because I guess DC needs to make her own mind in ending their universes before they announce that they're getting rebooted for good. Well, I guess let's try to answer this question here in this video. Like, talk about why this movie might fail, and of course, talk about the details. Some important things about this trailer that shook the internet with the trailer of Aquaman 2. So please, first and foremost, don't forget to leave a like. It helps us a lot. And please don't forget to subscribe if you like this. It helps us a lot as well. And let's go with this video. I complain about a lot of things within the Snyderverse. Warner made some questionable creative choices as they build this crazy universe. But one of the things that I will defend on is that Aquaman, it is a solid movie. It has its flaws. It's a bit corny, yes. The visual style, the editing, everything to make this movie look like an actual comic book. But the story actually was great considering there are other DC projects where besides Wonder Woman, kind of mid, Aquaman shook everyone and delivered something actually decent. A character that everyone made fun of. Come on, I cannot count how many times they saw him being told as a joke. I still remember the cartoon from Adult Swim where the Justice League plays with him, asking him to enter the invisible jet, but they were actually flying, tricking him, and kind of saying that he was useless. They changed his whole appearance, made him look badass, not only with the suit but also with his visuals, and Momoa was a great choice for that. And I think there are many reasons that this movie might not be as good as the first one. And I will try to point out some of the reasons that I'm gonna comment about the trailer, alright? But first of all, it's not about like, is this movie gonna be worse than the last one, but it's gonna go financially worse than the first one. I'm gonna explain. First of all, I kind of pointed out that in the beginning of the video where I said that they're gonna reboot the whole universe. So they're gonna left to decide everything probably that they made in this movie. And of course, not everyone knows that, but some of the fans are already going to the theaters kind of sad, and some of them are just waiting to come to HBO Max. As I said, the decision to rebuild this whole universe should have been announced later after all of that. The second thing that might make this movie flop is that the two latest DC movies that came into theaters, The Flash and The Blue Beetle, were colossal fails. The Flash made less than $300 million, and that will be enough only for them to break even with the costs. It was a very controversial movie with a very, very controversial lead actor and terrible directing with terrible CGIs, and it was a movie saved by Batman and didn't even reach $500 million. And we had Blue Beetle, which I liked the movie. It wasn't bad. It was actually, for me, better than The Flash. But as I said, the marketing was horrendous. Like, I went to the movies already thinking the movie was gonna suck. And in my opinion, I think they almost set this movie to fail. The movie didn't even reach $150 million. So it was a complete disaster. So with all this history that DC movies are having, what do you think is gonna happen with this movie? Of course, the first one is going to help the performance of this one. But unless this movie rocks in his first weekend, it's not gonna break even. As well, it looks like an expensive movie, just like The Flash was. And the third problem for me, one of the greatest reasons that this movie might not be financially successful, is the fact that they reshoot this movie a lot of times, and for different reasons. We already know what happens when you try to reshoot a lot of stuff and you don't edit it correctly, because it looks like you filmed two different movies and then you just glue them together and then you made a Frankenstein. Justice League was basically that, not shared to Joss Whedon, but if he made the movie from scratch, it would be way better than the Frankenstein with Snyder. They got delayed a lot, so public's opinion already is worse because of that. And of course, we have PR problem called Amber Heard, which after a colossal controversy with her ex-husband, which after a huge televisionized trial made her look even more as a villain. And after you guys watch this trailer, you can already see, I've already jumped into the trailer analysis, alright? They left her, I'm not even joking, with a frame. Yes, a frame in the trailer. There's a small frame in the trailer with her. We already knew in the news that the movie was gonna suffer editings and reshoots because of her. And she was gonna have less screen appearance because, if I'm not mistaken, she was gonna have a way bigger participation in this movie. And her career was kind of taken off, but she was kind of crazy and got canceled like big time. Now, going out with the trailer, I actually enjoyed it a lot, the trailer. It looks like, just like the first one. The cinematography, the effects, underwater people, like, they look fantastic. They did a fantastic job. I just hope that they will have those talking air bubbles that they made in the previous movie, because they don't have to do that anymore, mainly because Amber, who was the person who was capable of doing that, it's not gonna appear like in 20 seconds of the movie. So this is already done. But what looked badass as hell in this movie was the villain, which is Black Manta. Okay, that he was the villain on the previous movie, but he came back from the dead basically, and now Arthur needs to team up with his brother to try to kill him, I guess. And besides the evil weapon that he acquired, he got some differences. Even in his old suit to this new one, for example, he looked a little more bulky in the first movie, but now I think he trimmed down the suit so it looks more high tech. So he put up the work to make a better suit. Not only that, of course, but he changed his helmet. He already looked comic accurate in the first movie, but now it looks like those old scuba diving helmets that they were used in the past. They were like silver plated, and this one looks just like it, and it looks amazing. And I mean, visually, he's looking amazing, awesome. But I think he got some boost with the trident that he received, because in the last movie he couldn't put up a fight with Aquaman, and he lost way before Arthur got that huge upgrade with his new trident. So I think now he definitely beat Arthur's ass this time. But if you guys pay attention, of course, it's not only that he's bringing to the table. His weapon arsenal is way larger than before. Like, he got a bigger upgrade on that submarine that he had, and in the last movie, he got tech from the people from Atlantis to build his old suit. I don't know how he got this technology, even though he's a genius. He needs the tech. What might happen is that he stole the tech with his trident's help, and then actually build his new submarine, his new technology. So so he can make a definitive attack on Atlantis. And of course, he's not using only his gear, his trident at least, as it looks makes him able to control some other darker creatures as well in the sea. So let's see what he is about in this movie. But you might think, where did this trident came from? An explanation might come from a character called Triton. He was the son of Poseidon, and just like Aquaman, he carried his own trident. And in the comics, his trident looked darker, so his trident might come from him. I mean, we might try to understand who might win this fight, like Arthur or Black Manta. But I mean, I am already betting on Black Manta, like he has my heart. And as for the dry land, I couldn't care less, but this might be the click to Arthur actually considering to face Black Manta and face him as a threat, because to be honest, it's easier to, kill someone in this land and his father, which is the worst actor I could possibly see in my life, than actually destroying the kingdom of Atlantis at once. I said in the beginning that I'm not super pumped for this movie, and I'm right. I think this movie is gonna go okay. If it's great, I'm gonna be sad because now it's over, but I think it has a potential to surprise me, because I'm already going with very, very low expectations, and the trailer actually looks decent. How about that? And so, yes, please leave me in the comments what do you guys think about the trailer. Are you guys pumped or not? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a like if you like the video, and subscribe. It helps us a lot. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video, and of course on the next review. So goodbye and peace.